Hi, I'm Melinda Krauth, and for my stART grant, I have been investigating AR experiences for building empathy and relationships between human and non-human animals in pandemic times. AR means augmented reality, and it's a way of using technology to visually, or otherwise, add to the world around you by introducing digital elements. In the case of my project, Pandemic Animals, I was particularly interested in investigating body tracking technologies, inclusive of hand tracking and face tracking technologies, that can augment us as humans in a performative way. So, as a digital interactive artist, the work that I do is kind of always already for social distancing. These are experiences that you can have at home by yourself through a computer screen. And I wanted to explore that further as well, to look at how experiences of animal performativity and animal empathy can occur virtually. So my task was to use these really very new technologies of face tracking and hand tracking, AR, within my artwork, and I discovered over the course of this grant that one of the best ways to freely disseminate such art is through social media, where face tracking and hand tracking dissemination is actually built in, bearing in mind that any AR experience can only take place if you have the right device. So what Pandemic Animals has become is a full series of AR face and hand tracking experiences. And I've specifically disseminated these to the public through the large social media platforms Facebook and Instagram. Working with these two platforms was a real challenge because they both have different rules. Facebook allows hand tracking technologies, but Instagram does not. Instagram allows your AR face tracking artworks to be displayed prominently on your page, whereas Facebook keeps them rather hidden away and you need to share them around in order to really get people to see them. But having these publishing platforms with so many current users on them has really allowed this series of works to get a wide and global usership quite quickly. So to get a bit more specific, I created a series of rather illustrative-looking AR faces of Australian native animals, some in PPE equipment, to use as face-tracked artworks. I then created a couple of holdable animal illustrations, including a tiny pink baby possum joey rescued from a dead mother's pouch, and a small baby fruit bat rescued from barbed wire, that people could hold in their hands through hand tracking and see their actual size. I should mention that I'm also a volunteer wildlife carer and rescuer, so thinking about the materiality of wildlife caring and how this can be adapted to a digital sphere was always in the back of my mind with this project. To my surprise, it was these handheld animals that really solicited a big response from the public. There's something so caring and empathetic about holding an other, rather than just performing the other, which really struck a chord with people, and I had strangers showing me screenshots of themselves holding the rescued animals. There are a lot of technical limitations with creating for AR, and also creating for dissemination on social media. But it's great to be able to get an exact tracker through social media for how many people have seen my work so far and how many have directly interacted it and saved it to their devices. I'd like to thank the stART Grant program and the Southwest Queensland Regional Arts for allowing me this opportunity. It's been really useful, particularly as my normal genre of digital art is touchable works, and of course during COVID-19 that's absolutely not been allowed in any gallery, so I can see works like mine going towards camera-based works, things that track bodies and track faces, so this seems to be the direction in which this kind of artwork is going because of the pandemic anyway, so this has been a really good opportunity